turn on the lights. Get a glass of water.
Glass of water is good.
Yeah, I should get some water too because I'm a little bit sunburned.
I have a little. Ich habe noch ein bisschen.
I just ate some ginger. I feel like give me air.
That's good, but it's bad. But it is good. But yeah.
It is good, but it's actually too late to eat ginger.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes you.
I think we are.
But it's
It
bad.
makes you
But
really-
it is good.
Oh wait.
But it's too late.
Wait. There's audio coming somewhere. Where is it?
Okay.
Muss man ausschalten.
I think
Okay.
Yeah, always switch off your audio. Otherwise, we get this crazy feedback.
But it's not online on Facebook yet.
Not yet, but we're online in on YouTube. Let me do a quick link thing, share posts, and then in 5 minutes we start. 4 minutes. Okay.
So all the nerdy stuff you answer. I talk about air.
just avoid it.
Style.
We just avoid it.
Where's Victor? I'm waiting for him to make a picture. Did you post something, Weber?
No, not yet. I was waiting for us all to be here.
Okay.
Yeah, now the filter's not.
Someone is playing techno. Ooh.
There you go.
So, okay.
I'm gonna take a picture of you all, so smile. Smile. There you go. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Let me post this on my Instagram.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Going live.
Are we live now?
In 2 minutes, I think, Victor. You wanna go maybe like a minute before?
I can go. Yeah,
Any minute,
I was
right?
gonna make the post.
Okay, perfect.
No.
Weber und Victor. Super. Okay, cool.
Oh, done. Should I stop recording already?
Probably.
Yeah.
You have 2 people watching on YouTube. Hello.
Hey, hello.
Yeah, I can't record now.
Just sit over.
You guys are here a little bit early, but that's fine. So, okay, YouTube is
I just
working.
need to double check if it's working on my Facebook because the last stream of a set did not work out.
Yeah,
Okay,
Weber was having some
gonna-
problems as
I'm
well.
gonna go live on Facebook now. Okay.
Okay, cool. Do
Okay.
that, and then we can adjust if you have any small issues.
Yeah.
Weber was having some problems. Sorry, that was me.
No worries. Alles gut.
And we are live.
Okay, bye.
Let's everyone check their pages.
Yes,
I
it's
check
working.
my pictures. I just
Refresh it.
yeah.
Sehen. Usually takes
Yeah,
a.
German M Records is live. What?
Monika?
Yeah. Alex is. I mean, my page is okay, and Techno Talk pages also.
Mine too.
Not me. Can you?
Monika, you're live on your Facebook.
Am I?
Yes.
But I don't see myself on Facebook.
Yeah, but they're there.
Ah, yes. I see.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So I close.
Mine too.
Me.
Oh, this is very exciting, actually.
Really exciting.
Yes.
Very
I'm
excited
nervous.
about this episode. Thank you so much, Monika, for joining us.
Thank
Yes,
you.
welcome.
I feel honored. I mean, I love you guys. You're friends.
love you.
You're great colleagues. I admire your music. So for me, it's a big honor.
We're super
It's
glad.
our pleasure and our honor as well. having such a legend with us. So.
This legend always sounds so old.
No, experienced.
Yes, yes. Techno royalty, I think, is a good term.
So,
Okay.
Okay, enough.
how are you doing? How are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, every day is different and the same.
Exactly.
At the beginning, I had a pretty hard time, I have to say. I was really depressed, and yeah, it was a very kind of shocking experience. Actually, I was kind of grief, and that we are losing a lot of things now. We don't know about our future whatsoever.
Yeah.
Right now, I try to keep myself up in positivity. I mean, there are some good parts. I have no sleeping problems anymore. I had really severe sleeping problems since years. For a long time, I could only sleep like 4 hours almost every night.
Wow.
Like I woke up during the night. It didn't matter when I was going to bed. And then I woke up after 4 hours, and then my thoughts were going crazy. And since I don't play and travel anymore, the sleeping problems are gone. So this is, for me, for my health, wonderful, because I had always the feeling like last years I was very sick 2 times, and I thought, yeah, it comes from the stress of traveling.
Oh, of course.
And staying up, and so I think for my body and for the nature, it's a great thing. For us DJs in the club scene, it's horrible, and of course for all the sick people, yeah. So it's a roller coaster every day, I try to cheer myself up. I try to see the little beauties, and then sometimes I'm like,
I think all of us were on the same. I think all of us DJs were every day. As Thomas said on the last week when we had him as well, I said it's exactly the same. It's like every day is a roller coaster, and can be very difficult. Can be really, really good, but also really, really tough.
Yeah.
So we're still getting used to this reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it still seems like a dream for me.
Yeah.
All of us. What happened?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah. It was so suddenly, and then every day there are some news coming, and you have to think about the news, and then all these conspiracy theories, which are crazy.
On top of everything, no?
People discussing are too much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows. Nobody has.
Yeah.
So,
it's kind of useless even.
Yeah.
It's like provision and everything, like.
Yeah, it is. It is. So it is. I mean, like when, I think for me, and I think for most of us, what is the craziest part is just the change from it. Because I remember, it's crazy to say that it seems like long ago, but I remember when the first gig got cancelled, and it was like, oh, okay, that gig got cancelled. That's such a shame. Oh, okay. And then the week after that, but I think it took us so long to actually realize what was happening. And then everything, and then a month, and maybe then after 2 weeks, basically like, the whole year was gone. And then it was like, holy shit, what just happened? It is such a big change. And not traveling, I think, is such a big part of our routines and connecting to the people that we meet, and everything. And it's just, there's a huge hole there.
Yes. I mean, I feel every time now when it's weekend, I feel like.
Yeah.
but weekend is somewhat very exciting.
Yeah.
Somehow. Because I think it's because we're used to it, but every time it's weekend, I'm like, there's something here, no? And besides, of course,
for sure.
There's something like some energy, like, I would love to party, and then you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
It is.
So I was going to ask you, Monika, about this, because I know that you like spiritual stuff, and you like, you try meditation and stuff like that. Have you been getting more into that during like this past month or so, or have you kind of lost it completely?
If I lost myself, yes.
Yeah. But have you practiced or anything? Like, have you done anything different or tried anything?
Well, I've tried, I tried to do everyday meditation. Sometimes it did not work at all. Sometimes just my thoughts were just
Yeah.
going crazy. So I'm kind of used to do meditation, but sometimes it was just like not possible. But I mean, they always say if it's only like 1 second of meditation, it's 1 second, which is better than no second, and
Yeah.
you just gave it a try.
Just try. It's true.
But what really helped me now is I really try to do everyday sports online in the park, sports at least half an hour.
Nice.
Like get me going, getting some endorphins.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate. I really have to force myself, and it's the same as meditation. I'm I'm kind of feeling like, okay, I should do this, I should do this. But after this, I really feel good, and I feel more positive than before.
But those are the hardest things, I guess. But it's the ones that you should be more happy about. It's those where you kind of know it's gonna be hard going in, but you're gonna feel better after what you've done it, and then you kind of just
Yeah.
force yourself, and you're like, oh, this is not really working, but let's do it. And it's I know I've been having a hard time meditating. My head is just like all over the place, and but yeah, even if you try, that's better than not trying, like you said. So that is a
Yes.
very good thing. And
Yeah, and
yeah, please go on.
going for a nice walk. I mean, we are really lucky here in Germany that we could go outside and
Yeah,
have a walk. I mean, we had a wonderful walk, Alex
yeah,
and me, on Sunday for 2 hours,
yeah. That
almost
was
nine
good.
kilometers. The nature was beautiful, and that this whole nature thing gives you a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, how is it for you, Weber? I mean, you're really closed down. You're totally locked down.
Oh yeah.
Right? I mean, you must go crazy, right?
Today was the first time I actually left the house for more than 100 meters.
Wow.
I walked 1.5 kilometers, and I barely could even breathe when I came back. I was like, I had to lay down and stuff. I'm really not used to it anymore. It is super crazy. I mean, because I'm not a super gym guy, like I don't go, I'm not super athletic or anything, but I do walk a lot. Like I walk every day quite a lot, like I do everything by foot. So I walk at least 5 kilometers every day. And having nothing, it's just super different, and for a month, even more. Like it started on the 14th, I guess.
Mm.
So like
Have you?
Yeah, you don't have any input, right? I mean, you have only your flat. Luckily, you have Anna. You don't live alone.
Yeah. And we have the terrace, like which is great.
But are you using the terrace to do any kind of sporty activities?
I can't do it at home. That's the thing. I tried. I tried twice. I started these routines. Like I watch these YouTube people.
Yeah.
I know. It's like,
I mean,
Yeah.
I almost died the first time. I was like, dude, this is a beginner's thing? I was like, no, I'm not. No, and I'm a beginner. It's not for beginners. Like, and I just gave up because it sucks to work out at home. Like I can't. And I see people on top of their buildings, like the buildings next to mine. They're doing even boxing and stuff. But
Wow.
Not here.
wow.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's
I
inspiring.
hate boxing, man. Like,
Kudos.
exactly.
Yes.
I think to be locked down in your own flat and don't get anything from outside. I mean, you don't see any other people, like even if they are far away.
It's true.
And I think this must be. I mean, I'm suffering already, but for you guys, I feel like it's painful for me. Like
Yeah,
I
it
have
drives me
to
crazy.
hands.
It drives me crazy. It's just so weird. I mean, it's because, also, the thing is, now we just live online. We live on the screen, basically, because we're
Yeah.
always, like
Yeah.
what we're doing now. whenever we get to talk to people, it's like this, uh, and we don't have any interactions anymore, like
It,
outside of the screen, and it's
it's
so weird,
it's insane.
so weird.
I even made a post like I think a month ago. I had to delete it because nobody got it. Maybe it's because of my poor English, but I said that a hug after this whole Corona thing is never gonna be the same. But I
saw
meant,
this post. I
yeah,
got it.
but I meant what I meant. It was that I'm gonna appreciate way more every hug I'm gonna give next time. You know, it's not that like, oh, I'm not gonna hug everybody. That's not it. It's the opposite. You
Exactly.
know, you're gonna meet a friend. You're gonna hug. It's like, wow. You know, like you know how it is to not no to be away, you know, like luckily like me and Weva, as we're saying, like we live with our partners, so then it's nice. It's more than nice, it's a blessing even. So but I can only imagine like now the when where single people or people that live alone can or even couples that are apart, no, there's people that are stranded in different countries.
Yeah. I mean, couples is it's hard time too, right? I mean, you're living in a
Of course, of course. Of course, yeah, you have to manage that. To have also like some alone time is very important.
You know what is super weird, which I had happened to me 2 times already since lockdown, was when I saw you, Monica, and when I saw Thomas as well, because I was helping him with the Sonar Works thing. When you say goodbye to someone and you can't, it's like you have this weird moment because you're like, I shouldn't, but you kind of just want to hug the person and say, well, I'll see you soon.
Elbow
Yeah,
bump.
or like I met my neighbor these days and we were like, oh no, wait, it's like, and it's like, it's super weird. And honestly, with you, Monica, especially, it was so weird. We were both standing and it was like, I wish I could just, give you a hug and say goodbye, but it's like, okay, you just do it like this from half a meter away. And it is so weird. It is very, very, I don't know. It's, to
yeah,
me,
the
it's
craving
crazy.
is getting bigger and bigger, you know.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, oh, when I'm outside, every time I hug a tree, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I need something.
Yeah, I did. I see that she did hug a tree when we were walking outside, and I saw
I
that.
know.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't feel strange anymore. I just like, ah, fuck it. I need to
Yes.
hug a tree. You
That
cannot
is
escape.
that is absolutely okay as well.
Yeah, she doesn't have an elbow, right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man. So let's.
So let's start
Everybody,
this.
just
Yeah.
quick one. Just telling to the people that are watching, we have 250 people watching right now. And,
Hi, everyone.
if you guys have any questions for us, please don't be afraid. Just leave it in the comments, and we try to address them as much as we can.
Yes.
Exactly, and especially for our
Very special guests.
and
Okay.
but we do have some questions for you, Monica.
Oh, but I have a question for you guys too.
Okay.
Are you now often producing, or are you, or what? Did you change something in your music habits? I mean, for my example, I listen to a lot of ambient music now, or just like punk and soul. And when I produce now for myself, it's just for myself. It's ambient. It's for me hard to imagine to make a hard, pumpy techno track. I just don't feel it.
Don't feel it, no.
Something.
I get it.
The same with you, or are you just like, oh, it's the same?
For me, I mean, I finished a couple of tracks with Big and Dan.
Oh, nice.
Actually, and but that was in the very beginning, right? Or like one of them was already finished, and the other one we just
okay.
Like the very first week I was back and forth, and they even sent me a third track to work. I couldn't do anything. After those two tracks and another two things that I did, I think I even did like last week I did like a Depeche Mode edit, and that was it. And I cannot. For me, it's getting very difficult, but. I think after we have our talk last week with Thomas, it gave me a lot of ideas and energy. So
yeah, that's great.
I'm starting to feel like going and work again. For sure.
What about you, Weber?
Yeah, for me, it's kind of the same like you, for example. Like I've been working on ambient tracks because I had just finished the album, so I didn't really feel like going to the studio again. And slowly, I'm like getting into the idea that I need to. And I do listen to a lot of ambient, and I had the idea of working on an ambient album for next year. So maybe I kind of just started working on it now because there's not
Cool.
much else to do.
That's nice.
And I feel like it. Like it's not because it's not easy to do the techno stuff, and to do dance floor tracks when there's no dance floors around. Because I also think that's kind of important, like we need to keep the culture alive, and we need to focus on that and try to keep it up. And because it doesn't mean that our music is just meant to be consumed on the dance floor. It's something I listen to at least in any situation, like I do love techno anyway.
Yeah.
But I guess ambience is just coming more naturally right now, and that's what I've been doing lately, and I've been having a hard time too. It's not an inspiring moment, not by any means. It's really a weird time, anyways. So
It's quite the opposite, right? I mean, for me, I had a hard time. I was even talking to the boys about this, to Weber and Victor. I think March. I'm forcing myself to work. To be honest, like come to the studio and make music, just because otherwise I don't really have any. I don't. There's not much else, and I don't wanna. I have to keep myself busy. So the first month I tried a lot and nothing really happened, to be honest. And now the last 2 weeks or so I kind of got a little bit of a break where I'm feeling a little bit better about what I'm making. But it is still weird because I am making dance floor music. I'm not really making anything other than I would be usually making. But it is of course weird because I cannot play it or test it or see if it's even good. B, sometimes, which is so weird. B, sometimes I'm sitting in the studio and like the uncertainty of it all is like, is this ever going to be played at all? Like, because so much can happen in the next year, it can be just left somewhere and I will never. So what's the point to a certain degree, But at the same time, it's all like I know. So if I don't keep doing it, I'm not sure what I would be doing. So it's kind of, I'm just kind of on. I don't know, auto mode almost, where I have this routine. I go to walk every morning. Thank God that we're allowed to go outside here in Germany, and then after that I just sit here all day and try to work on stuff. Sometimes it works, sometimes not so much, but it's very weird, very hard time to be creative. So much right now.
Yeah, I thought in the beginning oh, now we can all do all these things.
Yes, I have all the time. Yes.
Yeah, I have all the time, and then it's like.
You just don't feel like it. No?
Life is not there, And I just did just before the lockdown, I just finished an EP, and now I'm like, okay, but I could never test it. Okay, I played tracks on the stream, but you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know. You don't even know how it sounds in a club. When the club is full and. If the mix is right, if the bass is not too heavy and destroying all the melodies, all these things.
Yeah, of course.
You need to know before you release an EP. So I have an EP and remixes ready, but it's like,
That's something I wanted to ask you about also. Like, how do you do? Because you have the label, obviously, and the label, Terminal M. And how are you gonna? Do you have any plans on how you're gonna be running it now during this time, or like what is there a strategy, or just gonna keep working as normal? Or?
Yeah. Of course, I had a discussion with Rainer, my label manager, and I was like, yeah, if the tracks are not heard or nobody's buying it, or it doesn't make sense. He said, yeah, it makes sense because. Even so, we cannot promote the tracks on our sets. People on Spotify, people still buy on Beatport. And actually, today I saw an email like Beatport saying we even sell more this March than we sold ever.
Wow!
We also dumping price. They have new customers, like 40% more customers.
Wow.
That's quite amazing, actually.
it was great, yeah. And I mean, and of course, I feel. I mean, I spoke with some artists like, do you want to change the release date? And they said, no, 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 it's fine. Um, and with the streams, maybe we can create that they, yeah, have some, it's good for their profile that there is something coming out, and it's good for the fans, that they're, if they're a fan of some artist and he has a new EP, you're happy anyway. I mean, the EP must be good, of course. Should not be a tool, maybe, but something which is like really feeding your heart. And but with Drum and M, I always try not to release too many tools, but always like melody stuff, which is touching you in a way. So we just keep on going. I mean, it's kind of hard because this year is the 20th anniversary. Yeah.
Congratulations,
And,
by the way.
I had so many big plans. We had so many showcases with great DJs, with great lineups all around the world, and from Watergate to Japan to Argentina or something. Then, like, we already had such a list, or we organized it already, and now we only had one at Terminal M party at the Egg. So it's a little bit sad because 20 years is it's a milestone.
It's a big milestone, yeah.
Big milestone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I have compilations coming out. You, Alex, are on one. Where I'm really proud of my family, of the people are giving me tracks and believing in my label and supporting me, and I hope that these tracks will be played when the clubs or the festivals are open again, even so it means like 1 year later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fingers crossed, but it makes me sad. To be honest, it makes me sad, of course. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, the timing, of course, is really shitty. I know you had I know you had planned so much as well.
I think all of us know we had like.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
It's supposed to be such a great year. Like, Whereby just also released an album.
Exactly, as well.
So fantastic, but also it's such a. I mean, I wrote to you, on WhatsApp, like, this is the killer album.
Yeah.
And I feel so sad for you as well. I think like. Because there are so many tracks you can play, almost. I mean, the whole DJ set you can play.
Yeah, you can play the.
It's even difficult not to play more than two.
You should have released a mixed version. You should have released a mixed version so people can just put in your CD and press play and just let the whole thing play by itself.
Maybe maybe you do a mix from your album.
Yeah, maybe that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was thinking about it this past couple of days. Actually, I just had an insight. Because it was, of course, the first week or two, I was like, no, fuck, why now, But then I started to give it like some time, and the thoughts started to settle down, and then I realized, wait up, like, I mean, I just had this out, right? I mean, if I had nothing out, that would be a lot worse.
Exactly.
Because now,
it's true.
Exactly.
I had the album out. People are listening to it. The response has been amazing.
Yeah.
And I've been getting a lot of messages, and every single week since it's gotten released.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And it's like it's something really special still, even if I didn't get to play out.
Mm-hmm.
Like if tour didn't happen, the album itself is doing the rounds and people are enjoying it. And if I had nothing, if I didn't have it out, it would be way worse. So I think it's actually better that it's out and it's there, and I can always work on something else for next year. When we're all back in the
booth,
in the job, in the traveling and touring.
I will play your album next year as well.
Me too.
Anyway.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. I mean, I didn't have the chance. I think I maybe had the chance to play one or two tracks, or one or two times. I think Basic Pleasure, especially, which is one of my favorites, and fuck. But it's okay. Like you said, it is actually quite amazing because you gave people awesome music to go through this as well. And yeah.
So many different styles as well. Like this track with David Carretta, or this one which I called the Laurent Garnier track. I wrote to this.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name, but it has this Laurent Garnier.
It's a couple of doubts. And I told you it was totally based on it. It was actually a copy. And then I changed it later on because it was so, like, it was a copy. I was like, no, come on. I can do it better. And then I just changed it to an original, really. And yeah, it was a special project, like I put a lot of care into it. And as I did with all my other two albums, but this one was more special. But it's nothing that, it's there. It's good. It's great. People are listening, Oh, good.
It is.
So people go and listen on Spotify to
Yes.
this album.
Yes.
Or buy it. Even better.
Even better. But that is so cool that people are actually more people are buying music now than before. That's kind of crazy. I'm trying to figure that out, but that is good news, I guess. And I mean, other interesting stuff is coming out of it as well. Like we were discussing before, the streaming app that we were talking about as well. And I think there's some interesting things coming out of it, because when these difficult times come, people are forced to be creative and figure out ways of having it, find how can I work with what is going on right now. And let's see. So Moni, about Terminal M, I wanted to ask you. I know you opened the label, I think around the year 2000, was it, when you moved to Berlin?
Mm-hmm.
And
I moved to Berlin before.
you moved to Berlin before. What was the idea behind? How was opening the label back then? And what was the idea behind it? Like, what made you think I need my own label and I'm going to do this? Or what was the story? What is the story behind it? Can you tell us?
Before I was mostly releasing on Frisbee or Serotonin in the US, or different labels. And as an artist, you have more freedom if you have your own label. And when I was touring, I met a lot of other artists I really liked, and I got the record from them. And then I was like, it would be nice if I would have a family, a Terminal M family, or I was not thinking about Terminal M, but like something I can support artists I believe in. I had some friends who were really good producers, or still are, and I was like, I just want to give a platform and give something back to the music scene. I never thought about any promotion. Back in the days, it was not important, I would say, to have a label.
Mm-hmm.
Like nowadays, almost every DJ has a label, but I just want to do it as fun and to have my freedom to release what I want and what I want, and not wait to offer yes and no of another record, A&R. So that was the reason.
Cool.
And what would you say was the first single that really like stood out from the label, that really like made it as a hit or something? Because I can't remember a couple, but I'll tell you.
Well, the first release went quite well, actually, to be honest, and it was Monika, Kruse at Rudeamt together with Patrick Lindsay, and it was Waves, and something with the S. Anyway, beside names, and then, but the biggest one was Latin Lovers.
That was huge.
That was super huge. I did not expect it. I was like, I love Latin music, and I heard this merengue track, and there was this vocal, but the vocal was in a different rhythm, and I was like, if you hear this vocal in a 4/4 rhythm, then it could be a hook line. And I was thinking about it, and on the next day when I was waking up, I had this vocal in my mind still, and I was like, I need to do something. And I was, still learning, producing. I never cut vocals before, so it took me a long, long time. Again, this sample again. But and then finally it was finished, and I never expected it, and people still love it. which makes me happy. I mean, it's kind of cheesy, but I like it.
But it kind of wasn't back then because there was nothing. It wasn't. It was a great fit with the tribal techno that was happening at the time.
Yeah, there were big tribal techno. Adam Beyer did some, this Remainers.
And there was the love story also, and like it wasn't all around the same period, I guess.
I miss it a little bit. I miss this tribalish.
Yeah.
Sometimes now, for me, it's sometimes too forward to the floor. This bass drum hi-hat, bass drum hi-hat. I miss this funkiness.
The groove.
Yeah, true.
The groove and the production now.
It was a cool time.
Yeah.
And I remember I did a live stream a couple of weeks ago on my Facebook, and I finished it with Highway 4, which is my favorite track from me. And I still play it every time. I love to close with it because it's banging, but it's like it has a nice atmosphere to it. It's a good.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me. Send me the clip.
Yeah, I'll send you when we finish. It's it's really special. It's a great. I actually love that album, the whole album. I have it in vinyl.
Great. Yeah, we're gonna bring it out now digital this year. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, digital, the whole album. So yeah.
That was a great album. I loved it. Cool.
Yeah, I always like melodies, and for me, one of the biggest artists for me are Underworld, for example. All these melodies and moving and shifting, and so that was always my style, and that's what always the style of Terminal M was and is. And nowadays, there are a lot of melodies now in techno, which is great. So,
crazy. Wow.
That's really nice.
I didn't really touch me with your favorite.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Moni, I have another question for you. I was thinking about today that I even told the guys. I made not Weber, but I was telling Victor. You played the Love Parade in 2000, right?
I played it almost every year. Yeah.
Oh, you played almost every year. So that's even better then. What is the best and worst moment, or the best and worst thing about playing the Love Parade?
Well, it depends. I mean, I was playing. I think in 2000, I was playing this big statue thing, and you only had 20 minutes.
Oh.
Which is nothing. So it was, for my experience, it was too short.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And but of course it was exciting. I was so nervous that I had to throw up before.
Really?
and I was playing records, and and the super GAU worst case happened that the wind was so strong that the wind pushed the needle on the first track.
Wow. That is scary.
That is scary, yeah. And of course it was filmed on TV and all that. Yeah, but I mean, Love Parade, the early days in Berlin were amazing. Like in the 90s, where it went through Kruse through the main city, and people did not have really a clue about techno, like just the younger generation, and it was not so crowded. It was just like a couple of 100,000, and the old grand Mars were standing on the balcony and like.
So nice.
Really special vibe. Then I moved to the Tiergarten because it became too big, and I found it a little bit, to be honest, a little bit sell out already. But yeah, when things getting big, what can you do? And then they sold it, and that was, I think, the biggest mistake. And unfortunately, I played when it happened in Duisburg. And that was the most horrible what I experienced in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can imagine that must be
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, those must have been very crazy times. I can only imagine from what I've seen.
There were crazy times. I mean, they were discussing now to bring it back. I don't know if it's good. Maybe for the young generation, it's a good thing. For me, it can never be the same, and especially after I saw these dead people. For me, Love Parade or something like the Love Parade, I would never play there
Yeah,
because for me, it's like I cannot have these pictures. It's still in my head.
And also the responsibility, in a way,
exactly. Yeah,
being there and playing, and
Yeah.
also it's it can those things they can shift very quick, and that's what happened
Yeah,
actually.
and I would
yeah.
feel guilty for the people who were dead, who
Yes.
died, and and now the court decided nobody is guilty. I don't know. I mean, I'm not for I'm not a girl who said we need revenge, but this is I don't know. There's too much politics and police involved, and
It's just rights not to be.
yeah, it was not right. I mean, they made mistakes, and when we do as a normal person mistakes on a street or whatever or with taxes, we go to prison. And for me, that nobody has did a mistake is not. I cannot believe it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the topic, please now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
let's change the subject now.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go
Let's
to
talk about something positive.
something lighter. I did some research as well, and I
Ooh.
saw. Can you tell us about a bit about your
Oh,
no historical backspin? I'd like to know a bit more about that.
Yeah, it's an organization I founded in the year 2000 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Where there were a lot of racist attacks against refugees already in these days, and a lot of homes were burning, people were
Wow.
attacked or even killed. Um, and I felt the need to do or to express myself with the music that we as techno artists are not tolerating racism in our scene because they dance to techno, they only take drugs, they don't think, they don't feel, they just want to express themselves. It's very hedonistic, and I don't agree with that, and I want to show that of course we have an opinion, and especially in techno where it comes from Detroit, where disco is involved, all the gays are involved. We are open-minded culture, and we need to express and say it loud that racism has no place
mm-hmm.
in techno music, and that's why yeah, I founded this organization, and
Do you still run it? Do you still have it, or?
yes and no. But as I said, in the last 2 years, I was very sick, so I even had to cancel a lot of gigs, and I was. It's hard. It's a hard job, to organize a tour or yeah, to get all the DJs and all these communication with clubs. So it's a lot of work. And I have to say, the situation now is different than back in the days. Back in the days, the clubs were right to me like, "Hey, we want to have this party in our club." Now I don't get any requests. No,
I get it.
yeah, I mean, first of all, we don't have a club anymore, like we had in 2000, in the year 2000. Second, I mean, these clubs who were interested, and I know they are interested, like Watergate, do another one, but Watergate, I did already, I think, 4 or 5 parties. So it's kind of, yeah, shall we repeat it? Yes. But I would like to repeat or to do something when I do it like something big, not in a small club. Because when it's in a small club, I don't think that it has such a impact,
Yeah,
you know. And it would be just another gig Maybe 1,000 people who would attend, they know about this, but not like it would not set a sign. And for me, it always was important to set a sign, like what's going on. And when I did this in the year 2000, we toured for 1 year. I mean, we had like, I think, 10 or 12 gigs around Germany. And then every year, maybe 2 or 3. And the last big one was at Berghain, which was amazing. Yeah, and the big time, we had an amazing DJ lineup. The club was so packed on a Thursday. The owner were even surprised.
That's so cool.
Super packed. And so I would like to do it, but I need help for sure if we do it, and then it should be something big. And I don't know. I mean, right now we don't even know which club will survive the solid prices.
Yeah.
So.
It's curious also like how this thing is how the society in general is gonna change after this is gone, after people are gonna live in community again. Deal with different people again and stuff like that. If it's gonna change anything, it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah.
The way people live in that area, honestly.
Yeah, I'm a little bit scared too. I think there will be some economic crisis a lot, and so I don't know. Economic crisis was never good. People were more getting against each other.
What are the most clubs doing? Do you guys know? I mean, where
fundraising kind of stuff. No, they just ask for donations. There's nothing they can do. If the club is not well established and they don't have a reserve, which many clubs don't.
Because they rely on cash flow, of course. Yeah.
Exactly. Because that's how you also program. And I also think even deeper about, like, let's say Ibiza, for instance, because they get the season money for the whole year.
Yeah.
So there's no season now. So they depend for the whole year. So, and it's not just clubs, we're talking about everything.
Yeah, that's such a big hit.
Oh, it's gonna be tough, but we're gonna be fine.
Yes.
That's something that I really know.
You know what? I mean, I grew up with Munich in the 90s, and I remember in Munich. I mean, I'm born in Berlin, but I grew up in Munich, and I was already buying deep house. There was no techno club at all. So what did we do? We organized legal parties.
I saw the video you posted recently of one of those.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Well, this is my hope that we have smaller parties in the future. I don't think that, for, of course, less money. I mean, back in the days, I played for 20 euros or 50 euros. So, and the whole scene will, maybe it's good for the scene too, we don't know.
It's like a reset, for the scene.
Yeah.
It is a bigger reset button, yeah.
I think there's two sides of, if you think about the money part, the economic part, because right now, at least what I see here in Amsterdam, there's a lot of people, they have corporate jobs, so they still working, nothing changed for them. So and they're even spending less. They're not going outside, they're not going to bars, they're not going to clubs, they're not going to festivals. Yeah. They're saving money. But and we're all exactly. And like all of us, for here, we're just spending money. Like our main source of income, which is DJing, it's gone. So what I think that could happen as well, depending, of course, on the city and the clubs, the scene, etc. People are gonna be craving to party as well, especially those they know they have the money.
Yeah.
So they also think some people that are gonna be willing to spend a lot of money to go to a party. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know. It's just an idea. Maybe it's something interesting to.
I agree. I think that people will be. I mean, not that they will be willing to spend
No. What I mean
ridiculous
spend money
amounts
is, I mean,
of money. Yes.
is what I mean is like not that it's not a problem to pay a ticket. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not
Exactly.
like I'm gonna
Exactly.
pay the double or
Yeah.
triple.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. No, I know. I know what you
Gonna
mean.
be fine because they're even gonna.
Oh, there you go.
Like, uh, so Monica is already ahead of her on
Yeah.
this.
So we
She, we're gonna be in line.
while we're talking about it, Money is already in the line in front of
She's like
Berghain.
first in line
Yeah,
already.
I'm going up. I'm going up. It's a big line behind me.
Yeah.
Not black. I know.
Yeah. Well, maybe by the time it opens, it will be black.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh man.
Uh,
I can't wait to play again, and I'm sure you all feel the same. Just honestly,
I think this is the thing that we missed most. No, is
I
that
think yeah,
I was talking to Bart today, and he said, "Man," I said, how are you? How's everything?" He said, "Man, it's tough because I really miss DJing and socializing. And
yeah
it's not just DJing; it's just like coming to the club, or especially now, this will be the summer starting. It's the festival season. It's the best. It's the best time.
yeah
Of
you
the
see
whole
you
year.
see your friends, your colleagues, you
You
get
would all meet each other
yeah
and like
you
have some drinks, play, dance, laugh, go out to eat some good food and enjoy life outside with people,
yeah
because we're all social beings in the end
yeah
of the day.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, but I think I really trust and I really believe that nothing happens for a reason and everything happens for us and not to us. So
yeah I agree.
there is a big or many blessings in disguise in this
I
whole
think it's not true.
situation.
there's one big one. I hear less snare rolls lately and stuff. People don't use snare rolls anymore. That's great.
Maybe it will be the death of it.
Yeah. Maybe it is. Maybe that's the whole point.
Maybe.
Corona is this narrow killer.
Snare roll killer, man.
Or maybe we get some ambient rooms back in the clubs. You know,
Yeah.
the night
Yes.
ambient room. You know,
Yeah.
That will be will be something interesting to analyze as well in 6 months or so, or in a year, to look back and see how this time influenced the music, the so like this the sound design even, let's say, in a way.
Yeah.
That would be
I
really
think
crazy.
it's gonna help us to be more creative in a way, to think outside the box, literally outside the box, because also to be really honest with you guys, I don't know you, but many times I will receive promos or demos or whatever. They all sounding the same things. They all want the big room sound, and it's not very creative at all. They're all like, many people wants to be that DJ or that DJ or producer or whatever. And it's like, guys, where's the special? There's nothing special. It's just
Where's the sauce?
singing the track repeatedly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, some people try to copy now, the big names because they play hard. And everybody thinks now, okay, we have to use the super hard bass drum, which is only like sometimes tracks only have this bass drum. You don't feel the melody anymore, any groove.
exactly.
And now we don't have these festivals, or we don't have to, compete with
I think
techno. So I think maybe it's really good.
I think that is gonna help a lot because it's gonna push us to be more creative because there's not gonna be, of course, there's the releases, etc., but not like the inputs of going out. So it's gonna push us to create something different. I even I don't know. I even guess to say it's just an idea that could even come like a new genre, not a new genre per se, but a new kind of techno, a new kind of house, or something like that. Something new is about to come. I don't know. I feel it. I don't know how.
Ah, you've
It's
already
very, it's
done
very
it.
interesting.
Interesting.
What are you cooking with?
Yes,
Aha!
I was thinking.
That's the big question. What's gonna be its name? Well, if you're coining
I
it.
was just doing polenta today, guys.
Polenta techno, is that the one?
Techno.
Polentecno.
Techno.
Polentecno. Yeah, but
I was actually gonna ask you, Monica, because I know that you play a lot of new stuff. When you play out, you change your set quite a lot. When you play a lot of demos, I guess you get for people that you try them out, so you can release on the labels. Have you been listening to promos or demos lately? Like, has it changed your routine on that? And if you did, has it changed the way you hear the music?
Um, but the thing is, due to the fact Terminal 20 years, the release plan was already quite full, and actually now it's full until or the planning is full until almost the rest of the year. I mean, I don't have the EPs yet, but yeah, some people like Alex or Joy Hauser and which are on my list, like for the and then I have a lot of releases already, so I still get a lot of demos. Not that much that I expected, because I thought, okay, now with a break, it's gonna be a killer, but it's not. But still, I get a lot of demos, and but I tell them, hey, listen, just start to send me stuff in August, because right now I cannot decide what I want to bring out in January, to be honest. And I think it's too long for the artists too, because the tracks are made now or maybe 2 months ago, and yeah, as we discussed before, we don't know how we feel in January, and
yeah.
I never had with Terminal M such a long release time. I always wanted to be quite fast with the releases, because when I get a demo, then I want to bring it out in three months or something like, or 4 months, and now it's I cannot listen to, or I just tell the people, hey, it's better to send me again stuff later on. And with promos, yeah, I listen to some promos, but not all.
Like all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it was funny. I did it last week again after quite a while that I haven't listened to anything really, like maybe 3 weeks, even more. And it was I could feel the difference, like big time. I feel the way I I perceive the tracks, like if I, because sometimes you listen to a track when you're listening to promos, or even like when you're shopping for tracks, you listen to it and you think about when you're gonna play them,
right,
how it's gonna be,
play before, after, what time in your set, like which kind of club, which kind of festival you're gonna play, these kind of things, and if it fits or not. And now this pressure is off.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I was listening to the tracks was pretty different, and the way I was also reacting to the promos was different, because I also felt less need to be so complacent. I guess that would be the word. Like so often you do the promos, and it's so much, and you're so caught up in the moment of listening to the stuff, and having this agenda of where you're gonna fit them in, and when you're gonna play, and who's gonna play before you, after you, all this stuff. And I didn't have any of that, so the way I reacted to the tracks was completely different. But the vision of the stuff that I actually liked, it still doesn't seem super different what I used to like before, but it's just sharper now, at least.
Yeah.
I guess.
When I go jogging, then it's good to have some pumping techno.
Yeah.
But when I'm cleaning my flat, then it's nice to have this, moody, slow, groovy stuff. Yeah.
It does make sense though about what you said, I think, because I mean it's a different starting point. You're not listening to those promos because that's the thing that your brain does automatically. You listen to that and that could work there and there, or in this or in that situation, or like you said, I'm gonna play this after that, or whatever it is. And now it's more like there's no really place to play it, so you analyze it more for the music that it is, and not so much for the potential that it has to smash a dance floor, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy though, and I hadn't thought about that. And that was fast. It's just only been a month.
Yeah, it's true.
And what about you, Victor? Digging promos?
Yeah, I think a bit like what we was said. I'm even because when I am at home here, I have a setup here, so I record often. I just play for fun, or I record some stuff, even sets. And sometimes I just like to play like melodic, slow stuff, deep, whatever. And I've even because I didn't have time to reply those kind of promos before, and it's very slow, very different. And now I'm listening to everything now, so I'm even like replying, say, hey, this is really actually really cool, no, I love it, or no, and so yeah, I'm experiencing and actually finding quite a good music recently. And what I just said before, I I went to my promos, let's say 6 months ago. I wasn't impressed at all. Maybe one, two, three labels, and that's it. Or even colleagues that would send tracks to me, and that's it. But to be really honest, now I was digging to promos last week, and I was like, I just have like 50 new tracks, and I really like them. And that's very rare. But of course, now, as Weba said, is more. At least I have more range now.
You have more range.
Like
Yes, I think that's a very good way of
exactly.
putting it. The range has
Yeah.
gotten so much bigger now.
You have like a bigger palette, no?
Exactly,
Like
exactly. Because
genres.
you don't have
Yeah.
to be focused on just what explodes
Exactly,
the dance
because
floor or whatever.
generally we play like peak time, at clubs for 2 3 hours, something like that, and you don't have time to play those things,
Yeah.
So, or even festivals that when the slot is even shorter, it's like 1.5 hour, and then you have to just play techno, like, so what should I, like, but it's very cool. I'm very happy with the promos lately, at least with this last digging that I did. I'm very, very happy.
Cool.
I'm listening now more to my old records. Like, I'm searching in the records, like, oh my God, oh, this one, I need to listen to this now.
Oh, this is so nice. I mean, I have some records here, but they're not so old. I mean, I started my collection maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So, and you guys are playing vinyl, like, especially you, Monica. You're
There
playing
was
vinyl
vinyl back in the days.
since the beginning, of
Yeah.
your career. So I can only imagine your collection must be awesome. And what would be like your top three records? The
Oh,
ones
come
you
on,
have.
really? Really?
Yeah, that's
Like, what was your best gig?
Oh, the first one after Corona is gonna be my best
Oh
gig.
yeah, the first one,
You know?
the first gig after Corona is gonna be the best gig for the next 6 months to a year. When they ask in an interview what was the best one, definitely that one. Definitely, there were 4 people there, but it was amazing.
Yeah,
It's
I just miss the sound system being so loud.
exactly,
Can you
exactly.
guys imagine how we're gonna experience the sound
Oh man,
system the first time you drop the kick, the
Oh,
bass? It's like, what the
oh,
fuck is that? It's like losing your virginity again.
praise, yes, praise, amen. It's
It's like having sex after, I don't know,
after being
3 years.
quarantined for a long time. Yeah, it's like that. Yes.
So, how's your sex life? Now we're talking.
Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. I can't wait for next year. Probably when we all get together again. In the summer. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not saying about, yeah. No, I hope it doesn't take that long.
weird.
But anyway, it's, yeah. The parties are gonna be amazing again. I can't wait, guys.
That's true. That is true.
It breaks my heart, but it's okay. It's for a better reason. So we'll hang in. We'll hang in there.
No, for sure, for sure. It's
What?
very, it's very, it's gonna be a very special moment when
Yeah.
we get together again.
It will be, and we, like you said about the hug, we will appreciate it a lot more,
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
I think everything, like going to a restaurant,
Everything, yeah.
Oh
or
my
like
god.
everything, no?
My
I'm,
god,
I'm not.
the first time I go back to a restaurant, well, after this is done, I don't even know if I'll be able to contain myself. I think
Yeah.
I'll kiss everybody.
I
Just,
don't
dude.
even, depending on how long, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to afford.
Yeah.
There will
That
be any restaurant open, you know. So
yes. That is a very good point, sir. That is a very,
Only
very
because
good
it's
point.
proof.
uh,
That is a very good
you know,
point. Yes.
I
Oh
was
man.
walking today, like I said, the first time in like a month or something, and I was just passing by the restaurants that I used to go close to my place, and they're all closed, obviously. And I was, man, imagine if they're not gonna reopen. And it was a weird feeling, man. It was really weird seeing all those places closed and
It is. It is
if they're
very
gonna
weird.
open or not. You know, it's just so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, man. It's gonna.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
What
It's.
would be the first thing you're gonna do after the quarantine is over?
I'm gonna hug random people on the street. Honestly.
Yeah, I think so.
Like I'm just
Maybe my
gonna.
corona.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna make like a big sign, free hugs, and then
Yeah,
but then write it down small, like if you don't have
If you're
corona,
immune.
if you're immune, yeah. But this is, I
First thing,
think, honestly,
just
this
shut
is,
down the computer.
yeah. This is one of the
Turn it
things
off.
I'm gonna be out.
Turn it off and forget it, man. That's the first thing I'm gonna do.
I'm not sure who's gonna be, but like the first person I hug is gonna get a pretty awesome hug for me, for sure, man. Like I can
Yeah, I
guarantee
think
it. That's gonna be a very good
visiting
hug.
friends. No, I think going to see your friends.
Probably.
I mean, because of course, obviously, my family doesn't live here,
Yeah.
and of course, when I have the chance to see my mom or my brother, is gonna be.
Oh yeah.
I think I never miss them that much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
Family, it's
Yeah.
friends, of course,
Of
but
course.
family because no, especially when the parents or no, they're older and they're more vulnerable of this whole thing, and then you get really preoccupied. No, you get really worried about that. So
Yeah. I was supposed to go back to Brazil now, but I don't know. No, I don't know. I was
yeah, me
supposed.
too. I was
I was.
supposed to be in Brazil today.
Yeah, I was supposed to be there in June for
No,
my
today
birthday
will
as
be
well.
Argentina. I'll be playing Argentina tonight.
But now I don't know. And
Mendoza with good
Oh,
wine.
yeah.
nice. Oh, I got drunk so much there.
Me too. So
Oh.
the wine there is
Yeah. Yeah.
and yeah, tomorrow I'll be playing São Paulo, but c'est la vie.
C'est la
I
vie.
still have my calendar, and then every weekend it's popping up. Fuse.
Yes, yes. I was telling the guys the same thing. You have to turn that off, Monica. The notifications
Please
off.
do that favor to yourself because today I did a mistake, the terrible mistake, checking my calendar and I saw all the cancel gigs. I was like,
Oh, it
I haven't
hurts.
opened my calendar in a month.
That's the best thing. That's the best thing to do.
It's not very helpful, you know.
That's the professional thing to do, is not even look at it for a long time.
Normally that would be the opposite, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right now it's
Tables have changed. You know, it is a crazy new world. So you don't check calendar. Not I turned all my things off as well because I got a few notifications. Tomorrow, your flight. That is not going. No flights, no flights tomorrow. It's not gonna be a flight tomorrow. Cancel. Oh my God, it's terrible. But it is what it is. We'll get through it,
we
guys.
have just to laugh.
Yeah, and at least we all have each other. This is awesome. We having
That
this
is true,
time.
That is true. I think
And-
it's a very interesting moment also in time because we're getting to actually I'm getting closer to many of my friends and even colleagues that I having more contact with. No, I mean think about if there was no corona, this very meeting wouldn't be happening,
Exactly.
probably not, yeah.
and we wouldn't be like sharing these moments with each other and with
Exactly.
everybody else that is watching. And I think it's there's always
Silver lining.
positive. No,
We-
yeah, exactly, positive stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember, I mean, when you were living in Berlin, Victor, how many times we tried to meet?
I think we met only once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, just twice, I think. Yeah,
I lived there for 1.5 years,
yeah, crazy, huh?
almost.
And it was all the Berliners, I mean, the city is full of DJs and producers,
Yeah.
but everyone is in his own bubble or traveling or producing or tired, and then you don't meet, and now suddenly you get connected. That's wonderful.
Yeah. I wonder if it's gonna, still be like this once he's gone.
I hope so. I do fucking hope so. I honestly do.
Because if this becomes routine, it's kind of cool, Like,
Absolutely. I think I mean, even the idea of us reaching out to all our for awesome guests is just another way of connecting as well. That, and of course, again, like Victor said, if we weren't in this predicament, we probably even if we had the time, let's be honest, we would probably say, Thursday is usually a very day complicated day for me, or maybe in 2 weeks or whatever. But now we all have time. Of course, we're all busy. We're still doing our things, but I think it's such a great thing that came or is coming out of this, of course. So yeah.
And we're sharing, like because we're sharing ideas and sharing, that's why the first thing I asked Monika tonight is if she was doing like the meditation and stuff. Like what are the ideas that people are having while being in lockdown? Because like this like inspiring each other is really cool and interesting, and not just in the studio, because we don't really get to speak in a personal level much.
Exactly.
Every time we meet, we're talking about business and
exactly. How is your agency?
And like where have you played? This kind of stuff, and having the opportunity to like see Victor in the Iron Throne, for example.
Yes.
That would never happen.
You actually look like a peacock when it opens the thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do Hogwarts.
Oh,
that
man.
makes more sense now.
That is better. Now you look like have a small hat. If you put your head a little bit to the side, there you go. Perfect. It looks awesome. Yes, perfect.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man, yes.
I mean, sometimes I have really deep conversations on festivals or with DJs. I mean, it happens too. It's not only blah blah blah.
Yeah, when you do have the time, right? But it's not always that you have the time. I mean, that's the thing. I think.
But sometimes you click and you immediately bang,
Oh, yeah.
and then you have the 10 minutes of really deep shit talk. I mean,
Yeah.
It happens to me, quite often already.
Likewise.
I mean,
Very true.
I with Victor, and even when I remember I played on a festival, and then one girl from Nervo came, and then we were talking, and we were ending up talking about cancer, which was it's not a fun talk, but
Yeah.
it was just like boom.
That's where the conversation went. That's nice. Yeah, I miss that. I miss like Victor was saying, socializing. I think almost as much as I do miss the playing in itself. Looking forward to it as well. Everything building up to it. Music digging, even packing. Man, I miss packing. I miss packing my bags. I honestly miss packing my bags. It's great.
My remover is still.
My remover. I told Moni, look, it's just sitting there. It's full of dust. It's been sitting there for a month now, all sad and lonely, and yeah, it's gonna be good again. We're gonna get through this. Awesome, guys. Victor, do you have anything else? Actually, Monica, I wanted to ask you something. You say that you were doing illegal parties at one point. I read that you did a party inside of a tram.
Yeah.
And then they or something like that, and then they thought there was a fire because of the smoke machine, and the police came and asked you guys to leave, or what was that, or where am I wrong here? Did I read wrong? Oh, that's cool.
That's
Time warp. Nice.
Just visualizing you're there.
Yes.
I did a lot of illegal parties. Well, the one in the tram was not really illegal because I had to rent the tram, and I had to rent it on purpose.
Wow.
But back in the days in Munich, you could rent the tram, and then mostly they had the blast music, the
The Oompa music, yeah.
for some little party, and then I was like, we don't but boom boom. So I went the tram. We had to build everything inside, like bar. We had to even put the power converter inside, because the power which the tram use is not the power you can plug your record
Yeah,
record
yeah, yeah.
players your record players into. So it was fully equipped, plus of course light and strobo and smoke. So we got stopped by the police asking if the tram is burning.
That's
It
so
was just
cool.
the smoke, the
That
techno
is
smoke.
cool. Imagine
Yeah,
doing a
it was
party in a tram nowadays. That would be so cool.
yeah. But that would be very. It was very squeezing, you know.
Of
Yeah,
course.
I mean,
Yeah.
on the positive side, nowadays at least would you would have air conditioning if you're in a tram nowadays.
Yeah, yeah, but
That's yeah.
it's nice to sweat. Right now, I'm even sweating in the club.
Exactly. I even miss the smell of cigarettes in my clothes.
Oh yeah, I
No, no,
miss.
no. That I don't. That I don't.
I almost miss it,
Just
to be honest. I almost miss it. This just like the smoke and the I almost miss it, to be honest. I do. I don't know. It's
Yeah, I almost miss it. You're right. Like,
You don't have hair, but you know sometimes I came home
oh, but I had hair in the past
and
for
I had
sure.
to make my hair like this because I didn't want to wash it at the night for 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning, and it was horrible.
yeah.
ah yeah, but even without hair, I mean, when you get home after a nice club out, like nice night out here, especially in Berlin, where a lot of people are smoking, even your underwear smells like fucking cigarettes. It's crazy. Like you're not like, wait, what I was I wearing? Was I like
You used on your underwear when you go
almost,
home?
almost like my socks would smell like cigarettes. It's insane. Like I was like, how? And don't ask me why I smell my socks. But anyway, I'm on a separate note. Uh,
Interesting page. Yeah.
He
but
likes to get high and do
Actually,
different stuff.
yeah, exactly. I like to experiment, with different stuff.
You should have saved your socks and label it like I was wearing the socks on the gig of and sell it.
Yeah, and then it's almost like great wine. Like if I would have you guys over, I would take like the lowest drawer and would say, guys, this is a sock from Berghain '92. This is very special sock. This day I was in the club for 18 hours. This is like matured. It's amazing. Oh,
Just
disgusting! My God.
more and more evidence that I should not visit you
Yeah. So good. Oh man.
Yeah, but I think you can make money out of it.
Maybe,
Especially
maybe that's maybe another venture.
18 hours at Bergheim.
Yes, that was. I'm actually gonna work. I'm
And
gonna
I mean, now we have to be creative to earn
exactly.
money.
If you have that sock, it would probably kill the virus, dude.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Oh
It
yes.
would be the solution
Yes.
to all of our problems.
I can just make tea and I can sell that. I can sell that. I can sell that a little bit of the sock like a vaccine. That would be amazing. That would be so good. Oh man, I love laughing with you guys.
Yeah, it's fun.
What I have
Favorite
actually.
tapa bar or Rodolfo?
Sorry.
Is this your favorite tapa bar?
Yes.
This is a regular boteco. We call it boteco. Is a kind of normal neighborhood bar. We have a lot of those in Brazil.
Yeah, I love those.
It's just like a generic
Okay.
boteco
Nice.
where
Do
you
you
can just sit and drink beer.
a lot?
Sorry.
Do you use Brazil a lot, guys? The question is. For
Yeah. I mean, I was just there just before it happened. I was there for Carnival, and I got back, and then maybe 2 weeks later, we went into quarantine. And I miss my family. I miss going back there and seeing my people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys.
I miss it honestly. Like I said, I miss it so much. What I miss the most is this guy.
Oh yeah.
Your doggy.
Yeah, I miss this guy. This guy I miss a lot. But yeah, that's all. I mean, no offense, Mom. I miss you too. That as well. You know, I miss everyone, my brother, all my friends. But yeah, even those places like where Webber is sitting, those are the best, man. It's cheap beer and food, and it's just you sit here with your friends and
Coxinha,
coxinha,
coxinha, pão de
and
queijo,
yeah,
beer.
and greasy food, and you just sit with your friends, and you're just ordering beers after beers after beers, or whatever it is you're drinking, or even not drinking, and just having a good time and talking about stuff, and yeah,
Exactly. It's
those little
those
simple
amazing
things.
places. Then you just get there and suddenly you're mega drunk with your friends and
Super horrible, cheap beer. Not even
Exactly.
beer, it's a shop.
it's
You know,
just
you know,
water.
have you ever had any shop, Monica, when you were in Brazil?
Uh, beer?
It's not beer. It's, yeah, it is. It's like a watery beer. Have you ever had one of those that comes in like
I
in a
grew up in
glass?
Bavaria. Watery beer is like, ugh.
It is. It is pretty horrible, but
It
it
is
makes
horrible.
sense somehow when you're down
But
there.
it works.
It makes sense. Yeah, I don't know why, but it does.
It
Okay, next
is.
time.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
beer. The
next time we should try it just to you know.
Just for the fun.
yes.
Yeah, for that
That's for fun. Thank you for the hangover. I'm gonna send you a postcard.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting for that.
It really
Oh.
looks like you're at a bar. Will. It, really looks
It does
like
look. It does look. It looks like you're sitting at the bar from the bar. You know,
I have
it's.
my beer here. Look, it fits into the screen. There you go.
Oh, it's
awesome.
like, dude. It's almost like depending on how you sit, it looks like you're actually sitting at that table right there. It's so. It is like
Exactly.
yeah.
was
It,
the-
Yeah.
it is that one. That one is really cool.
If only they had this stuff in the Bitaco, you know.
Oh yeah, that would be good. That would be really good, man. Let me. What else, guys? Do you have any questions that we are online or anything for
Let me-
Monica
we
specifically?
didn't check any questions today.
Yeah, because a few of the questions we actually already went through them. When
Yeah.
We were speaking, at least the ones that I checked.
What else, guys?
So, does anybody have anything else? Should we wrap it up?
I'm very sad. Tomorrow is the 1st of May, and the 1st of May in Berlin was always. It was more crazy than New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Was Fête de la Musique, no?
Yeah, no, yeah, but it was like everywhere in Berlin. There were
I know.
little parties, and
I remember last year.
so kind of sad. But
It's
hey,
my birthday.
Oh wait, let me position myself. Wait. There you go. I'm at the festival, guys. You know, it's going on. You know,
is
it's
this a Dixie toilet?
I don't know. I don't know which brand it is. I think so. It may be. It's the blue one. It's the blue one. That's all I know. But yeah, I remember I was last year on the 1st of May here in Berlin. That was pretty amazing. That was last year was a lot of fun. Yeah.
But now you flushed.
No, I actually, yeah, someone, Victor, I think, that was a good touch. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, back to the beach. Sorry.
Have some farts too.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I'm just silly.
Oh, that's good. We need to laugh more.
Yes.
That is true. That is true.
That's the whole point of this.
That's exactly. That's
More than
that's
anything else.
awesome, guys.
So,
So we have been going for we have been going for almost an hour and a half. That's cool. Time flies.
Yeah, I think we can wrap it up. If you guys want to discuss anything else before we finish, or Moni, do you want to send like a message to the people that are watching us tonight, and anything special particularly that you want to share? Like as we said, no, we asked Thomas, do we have a release? Of course, you have the 20 years of label, and you have more releases coming. But yeah, happy anniversary, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yes.
First of all,
There's a new release coming, the Terminal M 20 Years the Future, and Alex has one track on it.
Yes.
really good one, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I was playing it in all my sets
Oh
almost. Yeah.
yes, danke,
I liked
danke.
it.
It's
And
coming
I
out. It's
remember
coming out
I
tomorrow.
heard it on your set, and I was like, Alex, I want this track.
Yes, yes, I remember. That's the kind of emails you want to get. You know, I love this. Send it to me. Yes, awesome. I will. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's coming out tomorrow on Spotify. To anyone who's wondering, very happy and very glad and honored to be part of this, Moni. Thank you so much.
I'm honored for your
Do
trust.
you have any other live
Will
stream
be the
planned?
part one with 4 tracks, and then there will be the Terminal M The Past, which is just a digital compilation coming out after. Where unreleased old tracks from which were only on records coming out, and which is kind of a look back who released on my label. Like, I mean, people like then Faki, then DJ Rush, Max Walder, whatever. A lot of a list, a big list. Yeah, and I want just to show like, okay, that was the sound in the past, and then after the past, there's another, the future, with tracks from Joy Hauser and other people. So
Really cool.
yeah, so this is
That's
the
really
next.
nice. Excited to hear all of it.
Yes.
And well, now Whereby is in jail.
Well, what's that? What? Where are you?
Goiaba.
Oh, Goiaba. Yes.
Classic.
That's classic. That is classic.
So good. Okay.
Guys, it was amazing to talk to you. And,
Yes.
It was amazing.
Yeah. And I hope to the people outside, yeah, stay happy, keep on dancing.
Keep the smile on the face. No, I think smiling, laughing is very important. It's very important.
Try to look on the bright side, and if you don't feel okay, it's okay not to feel okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We all don't have this always happy.
Exactly. Have a beer.
Have a beer.
Give yourself a break, right? And I mean, and accept it that sometimes it's gonna suck, and that's okay as well. Important thing is that you accept it and realize that it's gonna pass, like everything else, and just keep on.
Yeah, tomorrow's another day. You know?
Keep on keeping on.
And we should try to see the opportunities we have now. No, I'm not talking about work or anything, but just like self-improvement, learning more about ourselves and about life and love, and also be more kind and put yourself in other people's shoes. And that's it.
Yeah, it's hard because it was so easy before to distract ourselves from yourself, so you always were busy to do things or checking emails or whatever, and now boom, you're just alone by yourself, and sometimes you realize some things on yourself which are not so
nice.
And but you have to accept it, and but you still can learn or change.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that's a good plus.
I agree.
I think it's the best plus we're having right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give the being forced to look inwards, and having the time to work on that. I think that's going to be a great asset for everyone. Amazing.
Okay, Monika, thank you so much for joining us here. Thank you so much for giving your time and sharing. Yeah, virtual hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my God. No, I hate this.
And thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody that watched it.
Yes.
And, follow our channel, follow our pages. And next week, we're gonna have our friends from Pete and Dan.
Yay.
So very excited about that too.
Yes.
Stay with us. Stay home. Stay healthy. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, guys. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Moni.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.